Let's go watch it in 2D. No, let's go watch it in 3D. But if we watch it in 3D, then is it worth the cost?
We need heroes. Before we're done, we still have one promise to keep. If we can't protect the Earth, you can be damn sure we'll avenge it.
Hello. This is Adolf Vega from 3D2D.com, and today I'm reviewing Avengers EndGame. As always, I'll start off with the 3D aspect first. Avengers EndGame looks very nice in 3D. There's a good amount of depth and some good pop-out occasional sequences here and there. I watched in IMAX 3D and it was very bright, sharp, crisp. Many scenes only look okay in 3D. It just kind of depends what you're looking at. There's one scene where two characters are on a mountaintop that's very strong in 3D. You'll remember that scene. for more than just the 3D. It's a very memorable scene. I won't talk about it because of spoilers, but you'll remember that scene. And the 3D really helps that scene out. There's a lot of good particle effects. The final action sequence is really fantastic in 3D. Again, can't talk about that because of spoilers. But, that action scene, that finale, has like one moment that I'm never going to forget that I really, really enjoyed in 3D. Again, can't talk about that in spoilers. But that pushed it from being good to great. And overall, I think I could fully recommend watching this movie in 3D. And final verdict would be great 3D. Now, onto the movie itself. Avengers EndGame is one very, very difficult movie to review without any spoilers, but this review will not have any spoilers. The events of Avengers Infinity War left viewers with many big questions. I actually recorded a podcast. We talked about all the unresolved questions from that. But that's neither here nor there. Infinity War left with the biggest cliffhanger of all time. And how are the remaining Avengers going to deal with Thanos and the aftermath of Infinity War? Endgame is a direct follow-up to Infinity War, but it also continues and makes its own story. Endgame is very different from a movie that I expected it to be. This is more about character development than action scenes. The emotional component is a huge aspect of this movie. You gotta cry. If you don't cry, you're a soulless monster. This is a character piece and not a typical action summer blockbuster. It has action. It does. It's much more about the characters. And considering that the Marvel Cinematic Universe has some fantastic characters, it really works well. The humor is excellent, and it perfectly balances the more somber scenes. The film is 3 hours long, but it didn't really feel overly bloated. It's a real treat to Marvel Cinematic Universe fans, as it intelligently builds off the nostalgia from the previous films. It might be somewhat difficult for someone who has not seen all the movies to really enjoy this movie, but obviously we're not going to watch Endgame if you don't care about Marvel Cinematic Universe. Many questions I had from Infinity War were answered in this movie, but I still have many more from this movie. I actually questioned why some events happened the way they did, and why some events didn't happen at all. Some people might find the first hour or two a little bit boring or slow, but it didn't bother me. I actually really digged it. The story is engaging and interesting, but it does lead to a lot of potential plot holes, and cheap plot contrivances at times feel too convenient. It's a little too cute at times. The action is rare, but the best action is saved for last, and that last action scene is a doozy. It is completely epic. I laughed, I cried, I cheered, and I'm very much entertained by Avengers EndGame. I had issues with it. It's not perfect, but I still really loved it. Overall, I love this movie more than the aspects, small things about it that bothered me. It feels really satisfying, but also slightly disappointing. This is incredible cinematic achievement, but it's not perfect. Final verdict, a 9 out of 10, and an Editor's Choice Film Award. That's it for me. Bye. All right, before this podcast ends, I want to give a thank you to my patrons. Right now, we have one patron, which is David from Spain, and I want to thank you for your financial support. All right, so that's going to be it for this podcast.
We now have a Patreon, and the link is in the description. Thanks for watching.
And we are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. They don't put it everywhere. Just look for us, 3D or 2D. And of course, review us on iTunes. And if you want to write us a letter, our email address is email3dortwo d@gmail.com. So that's going to be it. Thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, bye.
Bye. Bye, everyone.